Okay, welcome back. There's 9 minutes to go for the pre-open session. Let's get some technical sort of trading ideas as well. Sudarshan Sukhani, Mitessh Thakkar are with us. Gentlemen, good morning. Good to have both of you here. Sudarshan, how are things looking? Another quietish kind of day, which should not be too bad? Or do you think we'll see some action today?
Yeah, good morning, Vishant. Yesterday, the idea was that markets could be choppy and we will not trade. And that turned out to be a sensible idea. Yesterday, we had a very narrow range. Now, a narrow range day usually leads to an expansion in one direction or the other. So today could be a day where we can see a trend developing, at least intraday. Now, given the fact that the US markets were down, Asia is not very cheerful, the trend could be on the downside. So for the day, I would suggest, that's what I plan to do, is to search for short positions. If the first 15 minutes of trading starts breaking on the downside, then keep a 75-point stop loss and look to go short. Remember, this is only an intraday trade for the Nifty, but today the view is to be on the short side of the market just for the day.
So the trend is on the downside and the view just for the day is to be on the short side. Mitesh, good morning. Would you concur with that view, and what are the markers on the downside for you?
Yeah. Good morning. So, I've been saying that this up move for the last couple of days is more of a pullback kind of a move, and I think the maximum which I thought the index could do on the Nifty would be around 18,200 250 range. So I still maintain that view, though I think in case we get a gap down today, which is about 80-90 points as the SGX is indicating, and we see the intraday indicators turn down, then I think we will resume the downtrend and possibly look at least pre-testing the recent lows of 17,800.
How do you play this via stocks? I mean, are your stocks stock calls also on the short side, Mitesh?
Actually, Mangalam, good morning. I have a mix of buys and sells. On the selling side is LTTS or Larsen & Toubro Technology Services with a stop at 37.25 for a first target of 36.40. IDFC First Bank is a sell with a stop at 57 for targets of 53. Page Industries gave a good reversal and I think could see further up moves or further pullbacks despite the fact that markets could be choppy. So this is a buy. Keep a stop below 44,400 and look for a 45,000 as the target. And the final stop call is on M&M, which is a buy with a stop at 12.34 for targets of 12.90.
Okay, and Sudarshan, how about you? What would be on your buy and sell list today? Considering that you're a bit cautious on the market, would you have more sells than buys?
I should have more sells than buys, although they are equal. Sonia, it's very difficult to go short. I have so bearish just before the new year. That's the only reason I have some buy calls, although the trend is still down. So Apollo Tyres is a short, Apollo Hospital is a short sell, stop above 46.80. Crompton, which has been in a bear market of its own, is a short sell, stop above 346. I have two long ideas, mainly to keep the cheer up. Indian Hotels is a buying opportunity. The stop is under 308. These buy ideas are not intraday. You really have to take a position in them. And Maruti could be a buying idea. That could also be an intraday buy. The stop under 82.85. But the thrust should be on looking short.
Mitesh, just a quick word. If you looked at the Ambuja Cement chart, it's again, this is the all the way from the lows of March. Is basically back at that trend line support. It's basically above that. It broke below it briefly. So March 2022, then several around August of 2022, and now over the last couple of days, a break below this trend line and back above it once again. What would you do? Is this a selling candidate, or would you look to buy here?
So, Prashant, the overall structure is slightly on the negative side. Now, while, we did see a break of the trend line and then the market pulled back, so the stock came back into the trend line. But look at the low which the stock made on the 3rd of October, which was a closing low of around 488. And then we got a low of 490 on the 23rd of December. So this 485, 480 level has got multiple daily pivots and intraday pivots. I think eventually it will break below that. Once we get a negative signal on the intraday chart, I think this will be a selling candidate for me. And a target of 485 to begin with. But if it breaks below that, 440, 450 is the range which I think the stock will do.
All right, got that. Thanks, Sudarshan and Mitesh. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, we'll have the pre-opening rates. All indications are that the market will open in the red. Also, we will talk about the impending auto sales that come out on Sunday. Rishi Vora of Kotak Securities will join in. In fact, they've come out with a cautious report on the auto sector. More on that coming up in a bit. Stay tuned.
brought to you by LIC. हर पल आप